more desserts, maybe more second desserts. More celebrating being together as much as we can. There's always room for more good and more Freddy's. Keep the good going with a taste that brings you back.
This is Lincoln's home for sports talk on the FM dial. Also online at theticketfm.com. On the internet, KNTK FM Firth, 93.7 The Ticket. It's time to go one-on-one with DP. Coming at you live from the Coppel Chevrolet GMC studios. Here is your host, Derek Pearson. Presented by Beatrice Bakery on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Welcome back, one-on-one, 93.7 The Ticket. It is Tuesday, and today, courtesy of Beatrice Bakery, we will accept nominations for a care package of the day. Go to theticketfm.com, theticketfm.com. Go to it, and you will see the Beatrice Bakery nominations banner. Click the banner. You can nominate somebody who's had an impact on you, somebody that's done something for you in service, somebody that's working for others, somebody that's having a tough week, somebody that's having a great week. You can get those nominations in. We'll put the care package together, and it will be delivered to you courtesy of Beatrice Bakery. Now, we had some folks in last night, so some of the athletes came in last night. We had the gymnasts come in last night, and a couple of things happened. So, of course, it's Michaela Curtis and Kenzie Roby who host the Monday night show. And in it, they said, okay, so we're bringing two teammates. And I'm like, okay, all right. That's pretty cool. And then they said, yeah, they didn't know it, but Nebraska has been historical with its gymnastics program. And I did not know this. I did not know that Nebraska is the first NCAA gymnastics program to have an Italian gymnast. Like somebody from the Italian national team become a member of an NCAA gymnastics squad. The first to ever do it. Nebraska just did that. And I didn't know it. As a matter of fact, the two young ladies didn't know that it was a first. But Clara Colombo was and Martina Kamen are the first and second Italian gymnasts to be on an NCAA, to actually compete in an NCAA competition. Colombo did it first in 2020 in her freshman campaign with the Huskers. So she competed in every event on bars. And then the following year, Martina Kamen was the second Italian gymnast to compete in an NCAA competition during her freshman year, which was also she knocked it out and got a 9.8 on vault. But yeah, telling the stories of how they had to get an agent basically to get them American scholarships. And they said, well, you would have thought that these gymnasts would have come, like they would have gone somewhere else. Like, how do you end up in Nebraska? But give credit to Heather Brink. So she actually got on a plane, flew to Italy, and recruited.
That's so hard.
Right. Yeah. But still, right? Like, we're around the athletic program. I didn't know that this thing had happened. And so those four young ladies talked about it. Of course, they got their first win this weekend against Iowa State, and they host BYU here Saturday at Devaney Center. Tickets are available. Tickets, actually, the ticket pricing is good enough for you to take your family. So you can go to Huskers, Huskers.com and get tickets. They are available. If you want a family event, gymnastics is it. And it doesn't cost you much. Matter of fact, I should probably look and see what they charge.
Mark's a big fan of gymnastics. He goes a lot.
Yeah, it's not that expensive. Let me see what it says. Just for the sake of this, it says a BYU 6:30 Saturday. Reserve seats are $7. Adult seats are $5. Youth are $3, and 6 and under are $1.
I want to take Ellie, but I also don't want her to start doing flips around the house off the couch.
But you should let her.
Well, she's already doing flips on the floor, and she's
her.
like smashing her feet into the table, and she goes, "Ow!" And I'm like, "Well, just be smarter about it."
Well, no, then you get her trained. You take her and let our Husker friends train her.
I'll just take her there and just be like, "Here, just take her, let her flip on the mats, whatever."
Yeah, I mean, you guys can
burn some energy.
Go
she also wants to play basketball.
You could go 2 reserve seats for $14, and then the 6 and under are $1. So it's $16, man.
Mm-hmm.
I think you can handle it.
I just leave her there with them.
No, we'll just let them know that you're coming, and then of course she can be best friends with Michaela and
she doesn't
Kinsey.
have too many best friends.
Well, she can't have too many best friends, Rico.
She's already got all her best friends at daycare. She has her best friends on the basketball team. She has her best friends on the gymnastics team.
Ashley said, and every time you bring her down, and
she wants to go to softball.
Yeah, I mean,
she wants to go to volleyball. She's got too many friends.
How about that? The nerve of that. Yeah, I mean, $5 for adult tickets, which is the general admission. $7 for the reserve, which I believe is the lower bowl. I think it's low bowl between the lines. I'm not sure. $6 and under are $1. 6 and over are $3. So that's Saturday against BYU. Of course, tonight the Huskers men basketball team, they got a big one against Illinois. Oofta. Now they had some scheme success against Illinois last year, and Sun Mo, finally, bailed them out.
I'm just gonna take over.
Yeah, it got down to the final, 3 possessions, and he took over.
Let me just shoot from here.
So they do not have him, but they do have a sniper that they brought in from the University of Utah, and he's shooting the lights out. I think he's averaging 16 or so a game, but he's shooting the lights from 3. So they've got the inside outside. Again, this will be a game of shooting percentages.
They've built their offense to mirror what I guess I'll show my age a little bit. The Dwight Howard in Orlando type offense, where we're going to dump it inside to the big guy who's going to dominate you. If you decide to double team, he's going to kick it out, and everybody else can shoot. So have fun.
I think they did pretty well against Kofi. My thing was you let Kofi, you make Kofi get his, or let him get his, and then you kind of shut down everybody else. Mm-hmm. Or you can go the other route, which is shut down Kofi, and then let shooters figure out if they can beat you.
That's the hard part, because you see if the shooters can beat you. You're banking on they can't keep up a blistering pace for that long. But 3 points is more than 2, and also if you decide to shut down the shooters, if he just keeps dunking it, that is a lot of momentum, and momentum can carry you a long way.
Well, I think I'm okay with him getting dunks. It would take him 10 dunks to cover 7 threes.
It's true.
Like on the scoreboard, I don't like the scoreboard. The scoreboard matters more than his energy.
But also, you need to hit your shots.
Well, that's the story of this team.
If you're gonna give up dunks, which I'd rather give up a 2 than a 3. You need to hit your 3s or hit your 2s. You need to hit your shots if you're going to, play the game of we're going to give this up. Obviously, you're not going to just give it up. You're still going to fight and try and, stop him from scoring. But you'd rather give up a 2 than a 3. You need to go back down on the other end and hit your shots.
And when those shots happen.
Yes.
When those shots happen, because there are going to be times where you need to pressure and get through that. Yeah, hold on. I'm sending out this text because I need to Well, because we're doing the nominations,
Yeah.
and we need to post to that, so folks can do that, and you guys, you can do that on the text line.
Oh, I'm sorry, Ted.
You can text on the text on the text line if you want to nominate somebody, but nomination is the easier way because I
Through
get the
the
full
website.
I get the full form.
It's a lot easier. You can put their email, their name, number, or whatever. It's easier for us to contact that person and set up the delivery if you do it through the website, theticketfm.com, the Beatrice Bakery tab, and fill out the nomination that way than it is via the text line. You can do it via the text line,
You can do. I mean,
but it's
we'll
a lot
accept it.
easier if you go on the website and fill it out that way.
Yeah, we can do that. We can definitely do that. Yeah, it's just what we found. So some of the young ladies. So again, the gymnasts were here last night doing the weeknights,
Mhm.
and of course they had never heard of Beatrice Bakery. So
As a lot of people haven't.
So but it's funny. My friends who are around the country know Beatrice Bakery. They just don't.
I didn't know this was a thing until we brought him in.
Yeah, like it's how this works is that I have my friends in New York. I was like, hey, I bought you something. She goes, oh my God, I just ordered like 2 of these.
Wait, you what?
What? And she goes, yeah, no, we order the fruitcake all the time. And I was like, oh, okay.
Well, this isn't fun.
Well, I was like, wow, I thought coming in, I'm like, hey,
I'm trying to do a good thing.
right. And she's like, no, I already bought it. She goes, well, no, but now I have a gift. I can gift this to somebody, which is the thing they should be doing anyway.
She looked at you and said, you're late.
Yeah, well, because I said, well, give me your address and I'll send this. She goes, no, I already ordered from there. And I was like, yeah. And she goes, no, they're like like her thing. She likes the streusel.
I look at it. I want to open one.
Stop looking at it and
I
just
want to open
cut
one,
it.
but I haven't yet.
Nick, have you tried the? Yeah,
He's doing something.
Yeah, he's doing something. Have you tried the streusel yet?
The apple streusel?
Yeah.
Yes. It's
Is it good? Is it good?
One of my favorite things to have for
I
breakfast.
do like streusel. Strudel?
It's one of my favorite things to have for
So
breakfast.
did you have the apple or the peach?
the apple?
The apple.
I have not tried the peach.
Okay, so
It looks good.
maybe today we'll break that out.
What question, Rico? What doesn't look good in there?
I mean, you're not wrong.
Okay.
Yeah, I got caught up in. We had some listeners come in last week, and they saw the snack pack, right?
Mhm.
The fruitcake snack, the little individuals,
Little individual
and
wrappers.
they the 3 of them popped one, not really knowing what to expect, and went, oh, and then so they grabbed another, and they're like, okay, can we take another? I'm like, let me just go get you a
just
box.
take a cake.
Like,
Yeah.
let me just go get you I got them a box, and then because they got the box, and they went on the website and ordered.
Fantastic.
They ordered.
Just want some more of those chocolate covered ones. Those are so
The grams,
so
yeah,
good.
the chocolate grams.
So good.
So
I don't think I've had those.
You haven't had the chocolate grams,
The
the
chocolate-
chocolate covered fruitcake.
No.
Oh, that's a
Oh,
snack.
that was the first one that I had.
That's how Rick Meyer
Oh.
got us.
Oh,
Because he said try the chocolate covered fruitcake. And I was like, dude, I'm not a fruitcake guy. Like, I'm just not. And I took a bite and I went, okay, so what's this? Like, I thought it was something else.
Yeah.
And then I just devoured it. And then he went, well, that's the fruitcake. It just has chocolate on it. And I was like, so all of your fruitcakes come with chocolate? He goes, no, we have chocolate covered fruitcake, which is in there. If you have not tried,
I was gonna say that's interesting considering we've done a show from Beatrice Bakery and I did not get to try it.
that was the
Yeah.
first one that he like brought some in and he goes, here, try this. And I was like, what is it? And he goes, just try it.
Interesting.
yeah. So
I'm gonna go on an adventure.
There's the cake, there's the individual snack size ones, and just the regular fruitcake and the chocolate covered fruitcake.
I think I found my new favorite.
What's that?
Oh,
Made
yeah?
a breakthrough 2 days ago. The Circle vanilla rum cakes.
Yeah. See, the big ones are
The big ones.
The big ones are different than the.
They're the
there's more.
infused.
Yep, because it's rum infused. And when we did a kind of a service thing for one of the middle schools, one of the elementary schools.
You about to give away the secret, aren't you?
Well, yeah, because we went in, and so we're there, and of course Beatrice Baker there. Nick from Muchachos came, and we fed teachers. So all the teachers, and we took over the teachers' lounge, and we had Muchachos on one side, we had Beatrice Baker on the other, and we had Moose's Mad Fresh with their guacamole and salsa and all that. So
Mhm.
all day long, all of that morning, the teachers just come in and get fed. They make their own plate and otherwise. And then they had the Beatrice Bakery sliced up in individual slices on this big table, so each thing was on it. And then there was on one plate there was this vanilla rum cake. And when he cut it, he goes, "Oh, that one's different." I'm like, "What do you mean?" He goes, "Well, do you see the two circles,
Mhm.
which is where they infuse the alcohol? It had two circles instead of one."
Ah, double.
And he
double.
goes, "Oh my, this is the mythical double injected."
I don't want to give away any secrets to the station.
Uh.
Me and Mark were looking at some of the cakes up front, and we're trying to figure it out because he told me the story too. I think we have another one up there.
Is it
It's about to be back
It's
here.
a vanilla one,
Yeah.
I think, because I was looking at it and I was like, "Are they supposed to have two circles?" And he goes, "I don't know." So I'm gonna have to go check again.
Yeah, and it's
That's awesome.
oh, it really was. Like he was trying to tell us, "Hey, this isn't supposed to happen, but when it happens, it's magical."
Well, it was good. The reason it's my favorite is like it has a good flavor, but it doesn't overpower you.
Right.
And it has a really good balance, and you still taste like the actual cake, which is really, really good.
Yeah, it's like
And it's really moist. I know people don't like that word, but it's really moist and it's really good. Just
I know
very
people don't like
tasty.
that word, so I'm gonna say it again.
I'm gonna say it again.
Well, but the funny thing was is that we had an entire school full of teachers who were saying
Yeah.
moist.
Descriptive words.
Like-
Descriptive words.
like-
I think
it
it's a hilarious word. People that don't like it, I just say it around them all the time. It's
Yeah,
funny.
I mean, but the double and Mark and I looked at each other and we just kind of went, "Oh, this needs to be a thing."
Yeah.
Like this needs to be a thing because it's
They
like-
hold back. We've talked about it. They hold back. and
well, he
they-
said he's got an amaretto cake.
I think
Yeah.
there's one in there. I think there's some in there.
Like so he's got this amaretto. So if you go to the website, it's got the full menu of like the breakfast cakes and all the things that they put on there. But I had not done a deep dive into the peach streusel.
Yeah, neither have I.
I'm an apple streusel guy, and I have to like I can only have one slice of any of their stuff because I don't want only one
I was
slice.
gonna say you won't stop.
So if it's a cake, I have to cut a slice and then give the rest of the cake away. So what we can do today for anybody that comes into the station today, let's take one of the vanilla rum cakes.
Okay.
I'll have to show you, and you tell me if that's what it
let's
looks like.
cut it. Let's cut it into individual slices. If folks want to come by the station, you can come by and sample it. Like we'll just have it at the front desk. You don't even have to like engage us.
Rico,
I won't eat it. I promise.
trusting you.
Oh, it's so hard to resist.
I haven't eaten the fruitcake up there, have I?
It's so
He's
hard
gonna,
to-
we're gonna roll up there, DP. He's gonna be like, everybody came, and it's empty.
Bro, there's so many people. Are you guys must.
So at 11 o'clock, we'll have Mark cut up a cake, so you can start coming by at 11 o'clock.
Sounds
And
good.
then and here's the thing: the first person that comes to sample will actually give you your own cake to take with you
There
from
you go.
Beatrice Bakery.
But not till 11. If you come earlier, you get nothing.
If you come
Yep.
before that,
You're just wasting gas.
nothing. But 11
You
o'clock,
can get a fruitcake
if
spread.
you're here at 11, if you're here at 11, you get cake. You get cake. We'll put up some of the chocolate
That's awesome.
chocolate fruitcake
Mhm.
samples. And there is an entire like they have a chocolate covered fruitcake.
Mhm.
Grandma's chocolate covered.
And don't worry, people. I will make sure that they're all delicious. I will sample them before you get here.
Yes, you
fine.
should. Yes, you should.
I will
Yes, you should.
test it out.
Well, you do that. So you guys can get to the website, go to theticketfm.com, put your nominations in for, again, if it's a teacher that you think, well, if it's a doctor, nurse, other that thing. Ted says he's being lazy and not looking it up. What's the address to the station? 330 North 48th Street. 330 North 48th Street.
Ted, we're gonna have words when you get here.
Yeah, I mean, to go through it. Well, Ted was engaging you about taking.
Yeah,
a
I
shower.
know.
Like, just
And she does. She always wants to go outside. But it's like when it's a nice day, sometimes she wants to go outside. But it's always like the freezing cold days. She's like, I'll go play outside. I go, no, you don't.
no. I spend. So I live in a high rise. So it's a look. I spent an hour looking at puppy videos And I had mentally convinced myself that it was time for me to have a puppy again.
Mm.
Until I went outside and it was like 10 degrees. And the thought of having to get up every morning
And take that puppy on a walk.
Take that puppy on a walk in 10 degrees.
So I just have a little backyard. Our neighbors have it figured out. They have the little chain for the dog inside the house, and it's like tied up inside.
Yeah.
So they hook the dog, open the door, let the dog out, close it,
and
then when the dog paws at the door, they open it, dog comes in, take it off the hook. They're good.
Yeah, that's how it was. Like in Virginia, we had a dog run that we opened the back door, and it's fenced all the way to the dog run. So the dogs would just sprint and go into the dog run, and they go play. And you can bring them back in. You just let them back in. In Houston, we had a patio that you just let them out the back. You let them out the back door. But here, you'd have to get dressed, fully dressed,
walk down,
like the full thing. And I want a puppy so
find
bad.
a patch of grass,
like in the Haymarket,
yeah,
right. And I see people with dogs, and the people in my building with dogs, and they're miserable in the morning and at night. Like they're miserable. Yeah, they're miserable.
Grumble, complain.
Right, and I want to do it. I want and we're puppy people. We're dog people. We adopt or otherwise, but it just not. We haven't.
I'll just keep the dog at my place. So you just pick it up whenever you want.
Yeah, that could happen.
No, I can't say that.
No,
Rachel,
you can bring it into the station.
I can't say that because Rachel. The thing is, we've wanted a puppy and we want a puppy, but we also have a 4-month-old.
Okay, so how about we co-parent and you have it during the week and I have it on the weekend?
I gotta talk to Rachel. I'm sure she would want to say yes, but that's the thing.
If I had a puppy, like this puppy would be here at the station all day.
Yes.
Like that's how much I love dogs.
They're just like sit in that chair.
Oh yeah, he would have his own chair. He would sit here. He'd have a ticket sweater on.
Yeah.
Like we'd ask him to bark. He would bark. Like you approve or not approve, and he would bark, and it would be cool. That's how much I'm into dogs. Like if that dog would be here all day. Like I would be the weirdo doing a talk show with the dog, like holding the dog on camera.
It's like you're holding like a cat.
Like,
just like petting the dog.
Mr. Bigglesworth.
Mr. Bigglesworth. What say you?
That's what I want to do. I'm resisting. I watched for an hour. I got myself all wound up over doing this, and then I have to say no. So I'm working it. I'm working it out. All right, it's nomination day for the care package from Beatrice Bakery. You can put it on the text line 402-464-5685, or you can go to theticketfm.com. Go to the banner that says Beatrice Bakery. Click on it. Nominate them. You can nominate again teachers, firemen, doctors, nurses, your next door neighbor, your mentor, your social, whoever is reaching out to you and taking care of you, do that. Reach out and we will get that done for you today here on 93.7 The Ticket. You're listening to 101.
Download our app by searching 93.7 The Ticket in your app store. You're listening to One-on-One with DP on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Freddy's Frozen Custard and Steak Burgers is all about the good and creating more of it. More drive-through celebrations, more weekend traditions, more family dinners and lunches, more car picnics and road trips, more desserts, maybe more second desserts, more celebrating being together as much as we can. There's always room for more good and more Freddy's. Keep the good going with a taste that brings you back.
Working at Continental in Lincoln isn't a job, it's a career. And right now, they're hiring for production operators at $21.72 an hour and other select jobs starting at $23.42 an hour, with wages growing up to $27.55 an hour. Continental also has salary jobs available with great benefits, plus medical and prescription costs at very low premiums. Dental, vision, and life insurance are offered at no premium cost to the associates. To learn more or apply, go to continentaljob.com with keyword Lincoln. Come work at Continental today.
Seasons change, but your land stays the same. You need the right solutions to keep you moving. That's why you rely on Acres Equipment, your Nebraska-owned premier John Deere dealership. Whether you're harvesting, protecting your crops, feeding the herd, maintaining your lawn, improving your business, or letting off some steam, Acres has what you need to get the job done. Acres Equipment. Solutions for every field.
93.7 The Ticket, Fox, KFXL weather. Brought to you by Bryant Air Conditioning, Heating, Electrical, and Plumbing.
Partly sunny skies, mild conditions here for our Tuesday. We'll top out near 54. Winds out of the west-northwest at around 10 to 15. A few passing clouds tonight with a low of 26. We may see a few more clouds around the region tomorrow, but we will keep those temps nice and mild for January with a high of 52. I'm meteorologist Tim Wright for 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Early break with Sip and Jake.
Ed Orgeron joins us. You have told me before you have a genuine fondness for the state of Nebraska. Why is that?
I always liked Nebraska. Growing up, watching Nebraska, Monty Kiffin, Tom Osborne, the great teams there. I just always liked Nebraska. I just think it's a great school, great state, great football, tough, hard-nosed football players.
Early break with Sip and Jake from 6 to 8 every weekday morning on 93.7 The Ticket.
Allo knows businesses need reliable communication, both at the office and at home. Now more than ever. Just listen to Bill Mitchner from Lighthouse.
Before we'd have breaks in service, especially for internet, but we've never had any issues with Allo. It's always been there and available when we needed it.
At Allo, supporting your business is our business. To get your free quote and switch today, visit allofiber.com/workfast or call 402-480-6685 today.
Rosie's Sports Bar and Grill has been your go-to in South Lincoln for years, and their second location in downtown Lincoln is now open. Rosie's downtown spot is Lincoln's premier Nebraska party bar with the Sidetrack Band every Friday night of home games and all day for Nebraska home football games. With 34 TVs that are 65 inches or bigger, you'll always have a great view for all the games. Make sure to check out the new Rosie Sports Bar and Grill, now open in downtown Lincoln at 10th and P.
If you're talking, they will hear you.
Why are we getting killed like this?
Kyle's not here. Got caught drinking beer in the park a couple of nights ago.
Really?
Yeah. 0 tolerance. He's out for the season.
Harsh.
Hey, he knew not to drink. We've made that clear to all of our kids, right?
No, not really.
Bill, if we don't tell them what we expect and why they shouldn't drink, how are they going to know?
Sponsored by SAMHSA and Nebraska DHHS. Aired with the Nebraska Broadcasters Association and this station.
Happy Hour with Nick Sainert and Enrique Alvarez Clary.
The likelihood that you're going to have a guy that's as talented or even a step up from what you shipped away in Adrian Martinez, right? That's slim. You're going to have to conform your offense, your game plan to this quarterback, and this quarterback and all those guys on that offensive side of the ball are going to have to buy in this season. And that's one thing, right, is that this coaching staff has to relay that message that there is no choice.
Yeah.
You're either bought in or we're going to do this thing without you.
Weekdays from 2 to 3 on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com. You're listening to One on One with DP. Brought to you by Beatrice Bakery on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Somebody did a mean thing. Is it mean or is it thoughtful,
It's thoughtful.
but also not nice?
It's thoughtful because it swings the momentum. So the texture says, going out in the AM is worth it. Well, because especially now that I'm already up early, then it's just another 15 minutes
Yeah, but going out in the AM in -10.
or 105.
I could do the heat. I'm fine. I could do that whenever. I don't care. It's the cold, getting bundled up, all that, and then you still go outside and you're still cold because it goes into your sleeves and around your neck and you're still cold. I can't do that. I just wear some shorts and a t-shirt, and if it's 105, I'm fine.
I mean, I didn't even want to have my sleep pattern broken. That's the real thing. Once I'm up, I'm up.
Yeah, mine's already broken, so that's fine.
But
Rachel's is broken. Mine is still pretty solid.
Yeah.
Mine's is okay.
Yeah, I mean, it was, and then the training, I'm I'm a menace when it comes to training, training the pup, and it is I want to do it right, and you want to spend time with the pup. And Becky likes it because Becky goes to bed early. and I go to bed late, so I was always the one to take them out last. But she was the one to take them out first. Like that was kind of the rule.
Okay.
She would take it out in the morning. I would take it out at night.
Okay.
And then throughout the day. But a lot of the time in Houston, I was home during the day. Virginia, I was coaching more than anything else. So the midday was where it was kind of weird.
Kind of tricky.
Right? That you have to work behind it. But Scott and Stonebridge just texted pictures of 3 of the most incredibly adorable
3 little floofers.
And for a big dude, I like little dogs. Like, so I've had.
Oh my goodness! I just made the picture bigger. This was a mistake.
This was a horrible mistake.
Why did I make the picture bigger?
And no, so the one on the left is like that's a Rico dog.
Stop.
Like that's a look at.
You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to send this to Rachel, and I'm going to say this dog on the left might be one of the darker ones is available.
Look at the face he's making.
Hey Scott, how much is your neighbor asking?
Right, like that's little Belichick. We're gonna call that dog Hoodie. I'm gonna call that dog Hoodie.
We would allow Ellie to name the dog. I don't know what the name would be. It could be literally anything.
No, I'll give him 2 names. Billy Check. That's what he's. Oh, look at, and the other one is the most chill.
See, that's like I want the chill dog because I just want a dog that I could just hang out with.
The one on the one under her left arm is the most chill thing.
He's hanging out. You see how his little
like
paws,
he's got his paw hung over, right? He's just like
hanging out.
He's just chilling.
He's like, "What's up?"
But the one on the right is
Give me
just
my
like,
dog treats.
I am here to rule the planet.
Like the other two are kind of looking down. That one's looking directly at the camera. Like, it knows. It's like, "What's up?" Square up, dog.
It really. Oh my God!
He's looking into my soul right now.
Oh, like
I'm not sure how I feel.
Like he's talking to us through the picture.
Scott, why would you do this?
Like, this is amazing. This dog is fantastic.
Aw.
Oh, good heavens, man! Look at that,
Look at
Craig.
that.
Come
Craig.
on,
Craig, that is a cute little dog.
Come on.
If you put a bunch of those dogs together, you know what they look like? They look like fried chicken.
Yeah.
I call those fried chicken dogs.
Look at him. Look at that. Look at that. So we would caretake. So anytime, any rescue we would take. As a matter of fact, like I would get the phone calls. I remember I was coaching in San Diego. We were coaching a holiday tournament in San Diego.
Mm-hmm.
And I get the text from Becky saying somebody left a puppy in a box at her mom's church, and there was nobody else to take it.
So obviously.
Oh. So she brings this little thing home, and it was a little girl, a little brown ice cream little girl with the biggest eyes you could imagine, who just wanted to just snuggle. Like that's all. So I came home from this trip, and I'm exhausted. And she puts this puppy on my lap, and we slept for about 4 hours. Like it was
that
just,
sounds about right.
Right? Like it was just like,
that's what happens.
Oh.
When you snuggle up with cute things, you just pass out. Oh, that makes sense,
Scott, whatever.
Okay, but you're not answering the question,
Yeah,
Scott.
he said the one that's been taken has
is
a
named
name.
Tux because his fur looks like a little tuxedo. That's cute.
That's very
but
cute.
Scott, you're not answering the question. How much is your neighbor asking?
Oh, look now the entire text chain is a puppy. It's a puppy chain, and
Aw.
I am all for it.
This person
I am
doesn't
all
have a
for
name, but their dog's name is Willie, so I'm naming them Willie.
Yeah, and yeah, the one that's laying, the puppy that's laying on his side with this big huge smile on his face.
Yeah,
the little brown one.
Yeah, that one's cute. He's like, "What's up?"
And beagle eyes have a presence.
Scott's trying to find out. Thank you, Scott.
Beagle puppies.
I can't promise you anything, but I will talk to my wife about it.
We
We will have a conversation over muchachos tonight.
Yeah, I'm sitting here. I'm just like, you go on Instagram or you go on TikTok, and it'll just send you videos of puppies,
Mm-hmm.
and I just get connected. It's like they're little creatures that I want, like that kind of love.
Oh yeah.
in your space. And like my dogs all end up being like sports dogs, so they will watch games with me, and then they will bark when I fist bump. They'll bark like they know something good happened.
Mm-hmm.
And then it gets to the point where they take over the screen. Like they're in front of me, but their head is in front of the screen because they're watching it too.
Mm-hmm.
And then I realized that, oh my God, like the dog's actually watching.
I've done a terrible thing.
Yeah, like the dog's actually watching sports. And wow, what have I done? Like, what have I've broken the dog. The dog is now a sports dog.
How many sports dogs were also inconsolable this season during Nebraska football?
Right? Like the dogs go through it too, right?
Like how many sports dogs were feeling amazing against Michigan State and then just immediately just went down to their beds and just laid down and just grabbed their favorite squeaky toy and were just sad after the punt return?
Yeah, I'm gonna have to talk to wifey. This is incredible. I'm gonna have to do it. So
the Beagle and the Chewini smiling are named Ham and Beans. They just want to snuggle all day. You don't have a name, Texter. Your new name is Ham and Beans.
That's exceptional. That's exceptional. From Matt Hop. Hello, all. I'd like to nominate my wonderful girlfriend. She's a hardworking doctor of chiropractic. She takes a lot of pride in her job, taking care of her patients and treating them as a person, not just as a number. This morning, she had a bit of trouble getting to work, started a car this morning, which was in the driveway. So I locked up the garage thinking she would use the front door. And as she went to let the dog out, she locked the side door. Oh, you had a tough morning. Luckily, we have a great neighbor who came over and used the spare key for the front door. Just want to brighten her day. Sorry for the long story. No, Matt, thank you. Rico, would you reach out to Matt?
I will.
And get the particulars on that one. We'll take other nominations if you feel free to do that. If you want to make somebody's day. Greatly appreciate it. Man, wow. Whew.
Today is apparently puppy day.
Yeah, I'm all for it. I'm all for it. Like we need.
And you know why it's puppy day? Because the Bulldogs won the national
Who
championship.
let the dogs out? Like, I was in full DMX mode last night. I was just listening to all of his songs that have dog in it, which is about 8.
I found myself getting way too into it. Like I was watching the game because I was just like, yeah, it's another football game to watch, and I'm interested and I want Alabama to lose. And then I found myself getting way too into it, and I'm just like, God, what are you doing, Georgia?
That's the beauty of watching a championship game, is when the favorite starts to struggle.
Were they favored?
Georgia was favored, but no, like
that's okay. It's the same thing in the SEC championship game. Nick Saban's talking about all this rat poison and everything that the media is putting out, and they're using it to their advantage. And even Vegas has Georgia favored by 3 points or however many points. But at the same time, like everybody's talking about Georgia's being favored. They have this historic defense and blah blah blah. But it's Nick Saban. It's Alabama. You have the Heisman winner on your team. I don't care what anybody says about how Georgia was favored. Alabama was the favorite to win this game.
I kind of thought so.
Alabama was the favorite. Like Georgia has all this talent and everything, and like I said earlier, they have 5 stars everywhere. They're starting a walk-on quarterback. He's on scholarship now, but he was a walk-on. Alabama has 5 stars everywhere. Oh, including their quarterback, who is a Heisman winner. The only difference was Alabama was down their top 2 receiver. Well, they were down their top receiver, and then they lost their number 2 receiver. But you would think a team like Alabama is pretty deep at receiver, which they are, but the inexperience showed throughout the game, unfortunately. And they were also down their top 2 corners, which I didn't know until like the 4th quarter when Georgia started actually throwing it.
Yeah.
And they're like, oh, yeah, they're missing their top 2 corners. So Kool-Aid McKinstry and then some freshmen are starting. And I was like, why wouldn't you take advantage of that earlier?
Because you game planned.
Like, I understand, and I hate Georgia for it, but, Kirby Smart's just like, we're going to run the ball. This is what we do. We're going to line up. We're going to run power formation. We're going to run it 3 yards, 4 yards, 5 yards, 3 yards, etc. But you have, 3 5-star receivers, a 5-star tight end.
Well, you're giving in his mind, you're giving yourself the best chance to keep their offense off the field and put points on the board at the same time.
But your defense is so good.
Yeah, but even your good defense got mauled the first time you played.
That is true.
So you have on film what you're looking for, which is what are our matchups? Can we do the stuff that we want to do? It's not easy to do, but I kept looking at it and thinking they're letting Georgia hang around. Like you're letting them hang around.
And they finally busted a big run. It gave them all the momentum, and they took advantage of it.
You took the hex off. You got the monkey off their back.
Because the blocked field goal was good, but in the grand scheme of things, it does mean a lot. But to me, that was not much in the way of Georgia winning this game. Like it was there. It was very important. But the first interception was what sealed it. And I don't remember if Georgia was up at the time or if they were down by 3 or 2 or whatever. But that first interception, that's when Georgia was like, "Oh, we've got this."
I wasn't sure about the game until the final pick. The final pick 6. Because when they scored the touchdown and it was 25-18.
Mhm.
And I said, "Go for 2." Like in my head, go for 2. Like
because they were up by 8 if they
you would have
kicked the
been up
field
by
goal,
9. You'd have been up by 9.
Yeah.
Which meant it was a 2-possession game, a legitimate 2-possession game. And I thought if you asked Kirby Smart before the game, if it came down to 1 play and 3 yards, wouldn't you take that chance?
Easy.
Right? 2.5 yards where you can lock up the national championship. Because if you don't do it, it's 25-18, and you know they're going to kick the extra point. You go to overtime anyway, right?
Mm-hmm.
You're going to make them make 2 plays, make Alabama make 2 plays, but it's 2 plays they could make to tie it at 26. And I kept going. Oh, they're doggone it. We're going to go to overtime because Alabama's going to drive down and get the 2.
As they do,
right? It'll be 26-26. And I thought, man, they're going to regret. They're going to regret not doing this because it's just going to be a tie. It's going to be a tie. I'm like, damn it, Kirby. Like they're gonna get you, and then they get the pick 6,
and then Kirby jumped as high as his defensive back did.
That's such a great picture. Like if you guys haven't seen the picture, there's a moment some photographer caught the moment where the Georgia defensive back jumped up to intercept the ball, and as he's jumping, Kirby Smart is jumping, except Kirby jumps higher than the player did.
And like I know that Kirby was a defensive back in college for Georgia, but yeah, it's been a couple years. It's impressive. He can still get up.
I'm not mad at dude. Man. I was like, wow, okay, all right, Kirby, get out, keep going, going.
Just the whole time he's yelling at him to get down. Then he's like, oh, never mind.
Well, to burn the clock, like
bad shot. Oh, never mind, good shot.
So I'm happy for Georgia fans. I'm happy for the fans who dislike Alabama, and that was pretty much the country.
Congratulations, Herschel.
Yeah, people who like Alabama, and then
everyone else
who hates Alabama. So that's what that is. All right, we'll close out one-on-one when we come back. I'll pick Rico's brain a little bit, and then we'll bring in Rashawn Jackson, and his lineup today is pretty strong. Adam Carricker and Mike Mentor will join him on the Captain Show up next.
Watch live on Facebook, YouTube, or Twitch. You're listening to One-on-One with DP on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com. This is your High School Minute.
With your Southeast Community College High School Minute, I'm Harris Narns. In basketball over the weekend, Lincoln Pius X gave Lincoln Northeast their first loss of the season, winning 62-57. Northeast now sits at 10-1, and Pius sits at 7-4. The Pius girls would win over Lincoln Northeast as well, winning 50-42. Columbus won over Lincoln High 54-48, but the Lincoln High girls would win over Columbus 63-25. DC West beat Lincoln Lutheran 47-42, and the girls for Lincoln Lutheran won in their matchup over DC West 58-17. Gretna got a win against Lincoln North Star 57-53, and the Gretna girls would also win 59-35. Hastings SC won over Lincoln Christian 56-49. Barrier would finish with 20 points for Christian in the loss. Lincoln East got a big win over Fremont 62-47. Templemeyer would lead the team with 18 points in a win for Lincoln East. This has been your High School Minute, sponsored by Southeast Community College, with locations in Lincoln, Beatrice, and Milford. Learn more today at southeast.edu.
Parents, if you've been waiting for FDA approval to get your teen vaccinated, the time is now. The FDA has approved the Pfizer-BioNTech vaccine for use in preventing COVID-19. While this is the first vaccine to gain FDA approval, all COVID-19 vaccines have been proven to be effective against the coronavirus. Want to reduce your teen's risk of hospitalization while protecting yourself and your community? Get your teen vaccinated today. Visit vaccinate.ne.gov to get started.
Seasons change, but your land stays the same. You need the right solutions to keep you moving. That's why you rely on Acres Equipment, your Nebraska-owned premier John Deere dealership. Whether you're harvesting, protecting your crops, feeding the herd, maintaining your lawn, improving your business, or letting off some steam, Acres has what you need to get the job done. Acres Equipment, solutions for every field.
Security First Bank. We're the bank, and we make your mortgage more manageable with flexible terms, trusted advice, and competitive rates. When you work with us, we'll know your name, but we'll also get to know your home dreams too. Security First Bank of Lincoln. Voted best small bank in Nebraska by Newsweek magazine. Member FDIC, equal housing lender. NMLS number 505011.
Early break with Sip and Jake.
Ed Orgeron joins us. You have told me before you have a genuine fondness for the state of Nebraska. Why is that?
I always liked Nebraska. Growing up, watching Nebraska, Monty Kiffin, Tom Osborne, the great teams there. I just always liked Nebraska. I just think it's a great school, great state, great football, tough, hard-nosed football players.
Early break with Sip and Jake from 6 to 8 every weekday morning on 93.7 The Ticket.
What are you doing, Sip?
I thought the chickens could use some more light in their lives.
So you're building what exactly?
It's a motion-censored switchboard. Duh.
Are you sure you know what you're doing?
Of course. Ow! God!
Ow! Seems like a job for a professional.
Just one more wire. Yep, there you go, right there.
Don't be like Sip. Call Joe at Ambition Electric for any of your electric needs at 402-217-3415.
If you're talking, they will hear you. Every single time.
Why are we getting killed like this?
Kyle's not here. Got caught drinking beer in the park a couple of nights ago.
Really?
Yeah, 0 tolerance. He's out for the season.
Harsh.
Hey, he knew not to drink. We've made that clear to all of our kids, right?
No, not really.
Bill, if we don't tell them what we expect and why they shouldn't drink, how are they going to know?
Sponsored by SAMHSA and Nebraska DHHS. Aired with the Nebraska Broadcasters Association and this station.
Casey's General Store is giving you the chance at winning 2 free tickets to a Nebraska home basketball game this season. Stop by any Casey's location in Lincoln throughout basketball season. Enter your name into the registration box and you'll have a chance to win 2 tickets to an upcoming Nebraska basketball game. Every drawing will occur at least 24 hours before the game that has its selected winner. So make sure to get to any Casey's in Lincoln today for your chance at 2 free tickets for Nebraska men's basketball games.
93.7 The Ticket, Fox, KFXL weather. Brought to you by Bryant Air Conditioning, Heating, Electrical, and Plumbing.
Partly sunny skies, mild conditions here for our Tuesday. We'll top out near 54. Winds out of the west-northwest at around 10 to 15. A few passing clouds tonight with a low of 26. We may see a few more clouds around the region tomorrow, but we will keep those temps nice and mild for January with a high of 52. I'm meteorologist Tim Wright for 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Allo knows businesses need reliable communication, both at the office and at home. Now more than ever. Just listen to Bill Mitchner from Lighthouse.
Before we'd have breaks in service, especially for internet, but we've never had any issues with Allo. It's always been there and available when we needed it.
At Allo, supporting your business is our business. To get your free quote and switch today, visit allofiber.com/workfast or call 402-480-6685 today.
You're listening to One-on-One with DP, presented by Beatrice Bakery on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
It's like a jungle sometimes. And because of that, we want to make somebody's day. We want to make somebody smile. And from the text line, yes, we are going to put together a care package for your girlfriend, Matt. So reach out and make sure, Rico, you make sure you have that information so we find out how to reach Matt.
Yep, we'll do.
How to go through it. We have another nomination that we are going to honor and for special cause. The category is a teacher. The nominees' names are Miss Amy Bying and Miss Kristen Unger, North American Martyrs Catholic School here in Lincoln. Miss Unger and Miss Bying teach 8th grade at North American Martyrs Catholic. Not only had to deal with pandemic-related issues, but also had to deal with the death of a student. One of the students had a medical episode and passed away in November. It also happened to be Miss Bying's son. Miss Unger, along with the entire Martyrs teaching staff, helped these young men and women grieve the loss of a classmate while also helping one of their own grieve the loss of their son. These ladies have helped my daughter, along with all the other students, through this travesty, and we are forever grateful. They deserve some love and support, and a huge thank you for helping our children through this. Anything you can do to show them some love would be awesome. They're great people who are trying their best to help kids, and we appreciate them for it. Well, it would be the least that we can do is to reach out and say that we are thinking of you, and we will do that. Rico, I sent you the email so you have it, and we can do that courtesy of Beatrice Bakery and 93.7 The Ticket. Again, make smiles along the way, and this is an exceptional situation, so we want to do that. So we're going to do 2 care packages today. And remember that those nominations are open. We give away a care package each day, different time slot each day. So we can get different pockets of listeners. Not everybody listens all day. Not everybody catches every show. But each day we do this, and we will post the tribute as well, so folks are aware. You can find out more through BeatriceBakery.com or theticketfm.com to do that. Rico, your parting shot before you head into happy hour. It's Illinois at home. What point spread do you feel comfortable working around?
What is it?
Well, you get to create your own.
Oh, I get to create my own?
You get to create your own.
I don't know, man. Why? I don't know. I told Nick a couple weeks ago that I thought that this team was done with the 30-point losses. I was like, they're good enough to stay close in these games, and they can sneak a couple in. But man, that Rutgers game and Fred's comments afterwards got me rethinking a lot of things. And I still think they're good. I think they're a pretty solid team. I don't think they're going to make, the NIT or the NCAA tournament. They're not going to go on some crazy run. But I still think they can win a couple games, salvage somewhat of a season. But this Illinois team is different, man. Kofi is different, man.
It's just...
I love Derek Walker, right? Friend of the show,
right?
Great guy, great basketball player. This is not a good matchup.
Well, Derek's going to get his. Remember, they
he's going to get his.
They did a pretty good job against Kofi last year.
Oh, he's going to get his. No, but this isn't a good matchup, not only for him, but for everyone else on the team, because he's going to do his best to keep the ball out of Kofi's hands, but they're going to force feed him. Like, he's going to get it. Somebody's going to have to help Derek, and that's going to leave somebody else open.
Yeah, I think ultimately it'll be a shot making competition. Like, can Nebraska hit its threes? Can it hit enough threes to spread folks out?
Nebraska is going to have to make 12 plus threes if they want any chance of keeping this game within 10 points.
Well,
and I don't see that happening.
There were 8,000 people, 8,000 plus at the women's game. Tonight's game, will it have more or less?
It will have more because people want to see Kofi Cockburn.
Oh, you are mean.
What?
That's mean.
I'm just being honest.
Okay. Wow.
It'll have more.
All right.
Well, I'm going to put the point spread at 17.
Okay. All right. 17. I'm going to ask for under.
I am going to ask for under as well. I'm going to ask for a lot of things. I don't know if we'll get any.
Yeah, we didn't get the puppy. So the puppy was sold.
Yes, Scott.
puppy was sold. Thank you, Scott.
Got
for
my
trying.
hopes up. I texted
Thank you.
Rachel. She was actually extremely excited, so I think she was on board.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
unfortunately,
I think I could have moved Becky on that one too. So
sad.
There's that. Stay tuned for Sean Jackson up next. Adam Carricker and Mike Minter on the Captain Show. Up next on 93.7 The Ticket.
What do you